And I'm Darlena. And we are going to, we've been making lots of these face masks for our friends that are in the healthcare industry. And what we found is that people are having problems that the elastic is causing chafing behind their ears. So Carlina came up with a pattern for this headband. And so we're going to show you today how to make this headband that you can then attach your mask to so that you're not having the elastic behind your ears at all. So it'll be a much more comfortable way to wear your mask. Okay, so to get started with our headband, we're going to need to cut 2 pieces of fabric. The first one, you'll need a rectangle that's 15 inches wide by 6 1/4, and then you're going to also need an 11-inch wide by 2 3/4. And so the 15-inch one, you're going to fold it in half, and then you're going to turn it down and fold it in half again. And we're going to cut a piece out so it'll resemble this one. So what I've done is I've made myself a template, and you can make a template if you want, or you can just eyeball it. But it starts out at 1.5 inches, and then you work down to nothing at all. So I'm going to draw a line. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then we'll go ahead and cut through all 4 layers. All right, we'll throw that scrap away, and now we're going to go over to the sewing machine with this and go ahead and sew our headband. And we'll sew the elastic band as well. Okay, so I'm going to sew it about 1/4 inch. Put my little knot there at the end. And I'll put a knot at this end as well. Okay, now I need to turn this out. So I'll cut my stitches. And I think I found for turning it out, the easiest thing for me is to put a safety pin into it. And then just feed the safety pin through. And so I'll just try to do that. Put this back. Ends here. Alright, so we've got that. Put that over the ironing board in a minute, but while we're here, we'll go ahead and do the elastic sleeve also. And again, we'll do that about 1/4 inch. Now we want to feed the elastic into this, well, after we turn it, so let's go ahead and actually not difficult, just making it look like it is. There we go. Alright, now that that's turned, slide the elastic in, and what we found is it's easiest to go ahead and keep your elastic on the roll, even though you're going to cut the elastic to 6 inches, but we'll cut it after we've already sewn in the part at the end. Actually, I could have put a safety pin on this as well. We're almost there. Alright, so then we'll take that, put that in, and we'll just zip across it. My little featherweight has no problem with that thickness at all. Alright, so now we're going to move back over to the ironing board, and we'll cut this at the 6 inches that I talked about. I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so the elastic is on the elastic piece. I'm going to slide this up because we want to cut this at 6 inches. and then I'm going to take it back over to the sewing machine. So we'll just snap that. Also, while we're here, we're going to go ahead and iron our fabric out. So we'll take the 15-inch piece, just lay it out flat. And then we'll iron that. We're also going to want to tuck this in on both ends and iron that down. Tuck that in, just like that. And iron that. Other side also. And we'll iron that. All right, so we're going to take these two pieces back over to our sewing machine because we're going to sew this in here, and then we'll sew it in on the other side as well. Okay, so I have to close up my elastic, so I'm going to put that on here first. The machine's not liking me at the moment, but it'll decide it does. Okay, so let's cut the strings and set that aside for just a second. Alright, so now we need to feed the sides into this. And then you could clip this or pin it if you want to, but I kind of like to just zip through it, so I'm not going to do that. So again, we'll put our little knot on each end. Okay, that side's done. Over. Our second side in. And zip across that. And knot in at the ends. Okay, now our headband is done except for adding the buttons. So we'll go ahead and cut our strings here. And we'll get ready to go back over to the table and to add the buttons. And then we'll show you how this ends up connecting to your face mask. Okay, so now the only thing you have left to do is put your buttons on. And so the button measurement is actually from here to here is going to be 2 inches, which it actually ends up being right where it lays out. But to make it easy, you might as well just put a permanent marker because you're going to be sewing a button there anyway, so it won't show. And then you'll just sew your button over top of the permanent marker on each side, just like this one is already finished. So that's it. That's all there's to it, and you're done with your headband.